Hey guys, my name's Zero and thanks for taking time out of your day to come and watch this video. Again with this video format, it's a little bit annoying that for some reason I'm not actually recording in the most ideal scenario when, I'm trying to put these videos out, so this format just seems to work. Again, sorry for the lack of uploads on YouTube. I've been grinding Twitch at the moment. I have almost gotten to the affiliate program, so if you are not following my channel on Twitch, please head over there to do so. But alas, today we are taking out the Corsair. Which model it is I can't exactly remember because it's been some time since I played this game, but what you're seeing is a game from my stream, as well, multiple games as you can see by the chat box on the right and my video camera. But this game that you're seeing right now came right after a battle in Ground RB and I was completely over it. So I decided to buy a plane, take it out, and see how well we would do. This is our very first match. The plane, the Corsair that I'm flying right now, is completely stock. No modifications attached to it. Literally bought it straight off the factory floor. And this video, you will see me spade this thing in 3 games. So what do we do to start off with? Well, at the start we kind of like side climbed a little bit. You see we climbed into the team. We shot the bomb out of that bomber. Hence the big explosion. That was like fireworks. That was very therapeutic for me to see. And we continued right past to another fighter who had stalled himself out, in which case we had severed him and we had just continued straight on. Whether he died or not, I can't actually is something that I can't really remember, but we just, there we go, he died just then, and we just extended away, and now we're engaging this Key 44, and that's kind of what you want to do in this thing. You don't want to turn fight, you want to use that energy that you have, you want to use that engine and that speed to run away, because this is a Japanese plane. He will not catch you. Just extend away, wait for your teammates to dive on him, and turn around when you feel confident enough that he's not going to, well, destroy you, pretty much, because that is in fact a Japanese plane. So instead, what do? Well, like I said, we extend away. Our teammate, our other Corsair, dropped on top of him, and we extend upwards, but our teammate also got dropped on by a P-39. Very dangerous plane. We're going to try and help our teammate out as much as possible. So we slot onto the 6 of the P-39, get some shots off, we miss, just because it's a skill issue, I suppose. And here comes the Key 43 again. Do I want to keep turning? No, because once I am slow enough, that thing will gun me out of the air before I can even sort of get enough speed to maintain the distance outside of gun range. So we tried to help out our teammate. We decide to run away a little bit. We keep running away. Key 43 gets bored. He decides to turn around, and that is my cue to turn around too. After making sure that he won't turn back in, we're re-engaging. We still have almost 400, maybe closer to 350 kilometers an hour of speed, or indicated airspeed, and we're going to recommit again. We're going to try and shoot him. We get a couple of hits in, not enough to do anything, no fires or anything. Fire would have been great, would have set him on fire, would have made it a lot easier for me to engage other people and help my teammates out. But instead you have another teammate of mine, a P-39, a friendly P-39N, dropping down and putting some extra pressure on him. He does my teammate does the not smart thing and recommits to the Key 43, and if it was a one-on-one he would be dead because the Key 43 just has to keep turning and that P-39 would be over. But now we have 2 other teammates including myself on him, so all we have to do is kind of line up the shot, there we go, we squeeze the trigger and he kind of goes down in a massive fireball. Now this is kind of a fault of myself. I don't actually check above me to see whether there are people above me, and that's kind of gonna jump me later on, but for now we're just diving on this P-39N who is low and slow. We want to get him out of the match, spray him down. Stock machine guns do basically nothing but tickle him, but he's low on energy, we're very high on energy. We go up and over and we slot back down on his 6 to finish off the kill, and there we go. That's why I should have looked up before. There is another P-39N that has come out of the heavens to, I don't know, guess drop on my teammates. But in this case, I got really lucky because he did not go for me in this instance. Does not mean that I'm eyeing him though, but he does the smart thing and go for a teammate that is at a higher altitude than myself, and that is the correct thing to do. What am I going to do though? I'm not going to chase him because he is too high on energy. That other P39 is dead, but we spray at him for a little bit to make sure that he dies. There he goes. He sends it into the ground, even though he wasn't really going to make it back anyway, but hey, he's out. And we are going to just extend away. We're going to pick our energy back up just in case he decides to commit to us. He doesn't. He goes to my other teammate. Absolutely perfect. So we turn around and we go to help him out because we are a very good team player. Climbing straight back in, trying to see what he's doing. He's not exactly doing a whole lot. He is taking it vertical, which means he's losing energy. We have a lot of energy ourselves, so what are we going to do? We're going to kind of send it after him, put pressure on him, follow it up a little bit. We get a couple of hits. That's not going to do much to his, well, drastically decrease his performance, but it is going to put a little bit of drag on him. I think we got an oil leak too, judging by that black slick, so that's absolutely perfect. That's going to take away a big advantage of his, which is his engine. And we just send it in the loop, because that's all he's going to be doing right now. You have myself, you have the original teammate he was fighting, and you have a third person that's joining in the fight. Had to dodge out of the way there, because it almost turned from a 3v1 to a 1v1. And we ended up getting a kill assist. That's totally fine. We were able to help out our teammates. And immediately after that, we continue to, well, complete the match, I guess, well, ensure our victory of the match by using up the remaining 50 cal bullets to take out some of the AI. Here are the rewards. First match in this game. As you can see, I am very excited because this is what no premium does to someone. That is an insane amount of research. I was very happy. I still am happy looking at this, even though it's been a week later that I was able to do that. So we continue on, and oh my goodness, it is payday. We cut out the footage because I ended up talking to someone who came into my room during the stream that I can't remember who. But as you can see, I basically just went for all the engine modifications to increase the strength of the plane that already relies on its engine enough. And we go straight into the second match. What have we done already? Well, same as the first match. We have side climbed all the way to, I don't know, a very high altitude. What is that? It's hard to see on my screen. About 3.5 kilometers. That's totally fine. We're looking for who to engage. This Hurricane is the highest up, so we're going to engage him first. He already tried to engage the P38. P38's disengaged. That's completely fine. He's doing a 180. He has 7.7s. We have 50 cals. We're going to spray at him a little bit. We're going to miss all our shots because of a skill issue. And we are just going to extend because we want to give ourselves room. That Hurricane is never going to be catching us. Not at this altitude, not with that engine, and definitely not after he's done a complete 180, so he's completely out of energy. Well, not completely out of kinetic energy, I should say. So what are we going to do? Well, I don't know if I should have done this, but I guess it kind of worked out in the end, otherwise I wouldn't be showing you this game. I kind of spiraled him up. Really kind of abusing the fact that he doesn't have a lot of horsepower in that engine at like high-ish altitudes. Like his climb rate's kind of good, but I can stand on my engine a little bit more. He kind of tickles me with his rifle caliber bullets, but he's going to be stalling out right here. There he goes, and we're winging over. We're diving straight down on top of him, and we're going to put these 850 cals to very good use. Dome his pilot right out of the cockpit, and we're going to continue on with the Sakine, who is preoccupied again. Well, not with the P39. Well, with the P39, not with the P38, I was supposed to say, but we take both of his flaps off. He is not going to be doing anything, and we decide that we're not going to chase him because he is not worth our time, and also because, as you'll see in a moment, this P39 is going to chase him all the way back to the airfield, and we are not going to see that Sakine again for the rest of this match. Right now, we are one of the highest people on our team, so we get to pick and choose who to engage, and the next person we want to go for is this BF109. He notices us. He does a, I believe that's a split S, unless I'm mistaken, and he kind of dives beneath us. That's completely fine. However, he still is the priority because he is on his own. We don't want to engage other people. That would be stupid. That would just give him the perfect excuse to slot into my 6. He dives underneath me again. However, he is on the deck, so he can't dive underneath me. That seems like his go-to move, but he is not able to do that anymore. So we are just going to sit on his 6 I think he's noticed that. Either that or he's just decided to completely focus one of my teammates, which he does. He kills him. Unfortunate. Totally my bad. But we are just going to sit on E6, line up some 50 cal bullets, pull off a little bit so my teammate doesn't get hit by my 50 cals. Last thing we want is a team kill. And there we go. That's the king that we crit earlier. That P39 finally chased him down and killed him. Absolutely incredible, as Defin would say. And then we wing up and over. We just have too much energy. We crit the 109's engine. He's got like a water leak or something. So we set ourselves up perfectly for a run to get not just this 109 that we finally put out of his misery with a severe damage. There you go. But also continuing over to this 109 F1 that we just completely severe as well. And down goes that first 109 and we have a nice little double kill. No players left in the team. We finish off the match with a good amount of kills and another great amount of RP. That's match 2 over. We go to these modifications as I talk to my chat. What are we going to get? Well, we're going to finish off the flight performance. Not quite. We still need the airframe. We're going to get those 50 cals to equip the universal belts, I believe. So we can... It's easier to set more fires, easier to take our targets that way, but all the engine modifications are unlocked, and here is the third and final game. What are we doing? Same thing as the first game. We've side climbed, a lot easier now with all the engine modifications unlocked. We are just going to continue straight. We are looking for targets. This 190, he's not as high as, you know, some of the other targets I could be going for, but he looks like he is completely clueless, and we're going to be taking advantage of that. He doesn't seem to be reacting even as I fly over him. He doesn't seem to be reacting as I close the distance, as I get into gun range, or even as I squeeze the trigger. And you know what? Boom goes the dynamite. Severe damage. He is not going to be coming away from that. He's going to bail out in a second or burn up. I can't remember which one. But there we go. That's kill number 1 of the third match. What do we do next? We go for this LA5. I'm looking at this LA5. I'm not completely sure what I'm thinking. Actually, I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I'm talking to my chat, as you can see in the thing. Come on, lock in, dude. Alright, that's the first air kill. Fully confirmed. He has burned up, I believe. And yes, we are in fact going for this LA5 to see what we can do. There really kind of is no one above us. I'm not checking as well as what I should. I am aware. But I have decided that I'm going to help the teammate that just crashed into the ground because the LA5 took him down. Totally fine. That's a B34. He wasn't going to be doing much against an LA5 anyway, unless he got a lucky shot with his gunners. We have energy galore, 550 kilometers an hour to our name. Totally fine. We're going to put on the web so we keep our energy up. I'm going to dive. Now this is a weakness with the Corsair. If you start going too fast, it's going to be a little bit hard to aim. We're going to squeeze the trigger. We're going to get a couple of hits into this LA5, but because of our speed, we weren't able to kind of get the guns on quite how we wanted. He notices pretty quickly. He reacts pretty quickly too. We have energy. We just decide to pull him up. And, well, I would have had him here. Textbook energy trap, but our teammate comes and cleans him up. I could have taken that kill, but I'm not going to. That's your kill, mate. Good job. What do we do next? Kill some ground targets, even out the tickets a little bit. We want to ensure that, you know, we're going to win this game, even though, you know, there's no people flying around. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 targets. And we are looking, and there's the next dude. PE2. 1701 rounds left. Flying straight at the PE2. Take him down as soon as we can. And that's really all there is. Just try and get a fire, try and get a pilot snipe or whatever. What do you think it is? Which one of the two do you think it is? Psych. We, I guess, blew the bomb out of his bay again. There wasn't quite an explosion, but I'm not quite sure how my 50 cals lit the engine up and fire on the other side. But anyway, we hit 2 more ground units, and this guy here gets blind hunted. So I cut out all of the bits that would allow that you would have seen me catch up to him. Instead, I'm going to show you how long it took for me to actually catch this guy because of how fast he was going, and that he was the last guy, and just to show you that I am one greedy dude who wants his final kill. And you know what, we almost get there. We kind of getting them, making him turn. It's getting so incredibly close. Almost there, almost there. Corsair's getting hard to control, getting some hits. He starts spraying at me with his gunners. He gets some lucky hits too, but my plane's completely fine, as you'll see. There was no possible way that that dude was going to kill me, because I made it back to the base, and that's completely fine. See, we're back at the hangar. Pilot's alive. I don't want to hear it. Placing the team 4th. We get a nice amount of RP. We unlock the next plane in 3 matches, and we dedicate our research to the next F8E, because we love 100% efficiency on the Zero Mustang channel. And there is the F4U-1A USMC, fully spaded, in 3 matches. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you like, this style of video. Let me know if you want to see a different video. I don't think I'll be putting them out a lot more, because CapCut's being a little bit annoying. And yeah, with that, thank you. See ya, and I'll catch you in the next one.